Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of comments from people talking about parental alienation at the moment. So I thought I'd just do a quick one about how do you prove parental alienation. Now, I hate to say this to you, if your primary goal in the court hearing is to prove parental alienation, you've taken your eye off the ball. The court doesn't exist to stick a label on your ex. It doesn't exist to call your ex a parental alienator. In the same way, it doesn't exist to get your ex labelled as a narcissist. The thing is, you know what, parental alienation can be quite nuanced. It most definitely does happen, and it's more and more recognised these days by courts, by CAFCAS, by other organisations. But there are also people who claim parental alienation where it's not happening. The court's not interested in labels, like I say. What it's interested in is the best interests of the children. So what do you do if you are absolutely convinced that your ex is alienating your children against you? Well, like I say, the courts see alienation, but they don't like being told that it's alienation. If your ex is doing something that isn't in the best interest of your children, you describe it. Now, it might be that the incident, the behaviour you're talking about, is one of the things that you see under alienation, but you describe it. You document it, you describe it, and then you come up with a solution to deal with it, to protect your children from it. Something that the court can order. One of the 7 points in the welfare checklist, which I'm always banging on about. I'm not saying that alienation doesn't happen. It does. What I am saying is you're not qualified to say that your ex is an alienator, and the court isn't interested. So if your ex is doing something that isn't in the best interest of your children, and the aspects of parental alienation are most definitely not in your child's best interests, you describe them. Now, it can happen that you'll be able to describe so many incidents that the court will draw its own conclusions, and that's the right way of doing it. The court doesn't like things being pointed out to it and being told what to do. In the same way that trying to teach the judge the law seldom goes down well. So if there are 10 aspects of parental alienation that your ex is doing, and none of them are interested in best interest of your children, because there's no aspect of parental alienation that's in the best interest of your kids, you describe the 10 different aspects of it, and then you come up with a solution that will protect your children against it. You ask for an order that will deal with this. You don't call it alienation. Now, to the angry people hopping up and down and talking about that they're fighting against parental alienation, I get it, you're angry. I get it, it's understandable. Alienation is one of the worst things you can do for a child, and alienation is abuse. See, there, I've said it. But I'm telling you here what works and what doesn't work. If you're out to campaign and raise awareness for alienation, the court is not the place to do it. There are any number of charities, organisations, Facebook groups, social media groups that will talk about this endlessly. You've got one job when it comes to your children in the family courts, and that's to act in the best interests. And funny enough, that's what the courts are there for too.